it's a feature film. It's we're exploring him in all manner of different guises on the big screen, with all manner of different footages, from dramatizations to everything to home movies, as you can see in the trailer. And how did I come about it? Well, I've made a number of sports movies, dramas and documentaries, and I think Ravi, the producer, had originally managed to persuade Sachin that it would be a good idea to have a film made about him, but there would be a unique film and that we would take a different approach to perhaps other Bollywood biopics. And so I'd actually harboured a desire previously to make a film about Sachin, but had thought it was probably impossible, for me to reach out from here and to find a way of doing it in the right way. So what's been great about this film as a process is we tried to make a film for an Indian audience and also for a global audience, and looking at Sachin from different perspectives, and because I think the challenge with making a film about someone like Sachin is he's such a good man, he's such a hero, he's such an icon, that people, and he's so important to Indian identity. I think that's one of the things that the film looks at the last 30 years. It mirrors that journey of India. Sachin's journey is, in a way, India's journey itself over 30 years. He's at the forefront of the change in media, the change of economy, and a real trailblazer. But obviously, for the audience going to see it, Sachin is in their hearts already. Normally, you make a film about somebody and a real person, and the audience are coming to it and it's in their head, or they don't know so much, but everybody sort of owns a little bit of Sachin. So the challenge for me making this film was to make a film that was very emotional, that connected to people's hearts as much as their heads. I mean, it's not a, whilst we like to say, look into things quite deeply in the film, it's a film that should be able to respond to anybody of any level. It's about your feeling from that and his journey. Sachin's story is a story for anybody to look at. It's not just a sporting story. It's not a story of an athlete, just another athlete. I think he's unique in global history. I think there's never been a period of time where you can create an icon in such a way as Sachin's emergence, age 16. The boy genius, the boy god coming in from Pakistan on a flickery screen. In fact, those first two test matches weren't actually televised, in India. Only the fourth test they showed highlights of. Yeah, they didn't live telecast at that point. They didn't telecast at all. So India never got to see Sachin until the fourth test, actually. But there were, I think there might have been about 25 seconds on the news the day after. But it was also to the newspaper. So it's this. Of course, that's how you create. It's this image, this boy, who's doing these amazing feats for your country. For your country, it's still quite a young country. That you have a strong. Indians are very proud of being Indian, and I think he encapsulates that. So. In a period where media and population explosion. So I don't think there's probably ever been a period in time where somebody in their lifetime has been loved by so many people, and I think that's phenomenal. I mean, it's phenomenal, it's more phenomenal than a political leader, and that's why I think it's a film that reaches out. We've always tried to make the film with that in mind, that this is about how a man became a god, but it's also about the man inside. What's it like to be him? What's his relationship? What's his life? What's his children? How does he fall in love? How does he operate? What's his relationship with his parents? How does he keep himself? How does he not lose himself? So it's a very human story, and I would say that the film's strength and its journey is, from the sports fans, there's some sport in it, you learned of that, but really the film is about getting backstage with Sachin. India's seen Sachin, who's a private man, as we know, out on the 22 yards, but they haven't seen him once he steps into the dressing room, once he steps into the car. They haven't been with him and as an 8-year-old boy, learning lessons from his father. But part of the journey of the film is, of course, he starts out as a son and he becomes a father. Symbolically he becomes a greater father than that. Anybody can look on Wikipedia and find out that's Sachin's greatest innings, but so that's the chart we try to bring you through and navigate through the film. Is really, and it's an interesting duality to do in a 2 hour 15-minute film where you're also dealing with the emotions of the whole country. So we're soaring, we're trying to move between what Sachin's feeling personally and then what the country's feeling, but it presents it in a way that it's not analysed.